Houston, IU shows you on a 92.5 by 91.5. Radar confirms that, and the booster is safe.
On a 93.7 by 88.9. Shut down on a VI of plus 25595. Okay, Colonel, good job. It was a very smooth ride all the way.
When the world burned wild and uncontrolled, molten masses of minerals fused their way to new formations. For millions of years, the Earth's most precious assets lay hidden beneath her crust. One of these was iron, which in its various compounds is the fourth most abundant element found in the Earth. It's also one of the most common materials used for making things. Except for one big problem. When some metals are exposed to the atmosphere, they begin to disintegrate immediately. When the industrial world realized that metal rusts in the atmosphere, they developed rust inhibitors, primers, and paints. But how well do they work? All over the world, there are steel structures in various stages of decomposition, rusting, waiting for a primer. Their life expectancy depends on it. And that's where we come in. We are Advanced Protective Products.
Advanced Protective Products is a unique company in many ways. They have products that no one else has, and they have products that can do what no other products can do. And they're doing it worldwide. We developed, patented, and manufactured Rust Destroyer, which was the only solvent-based, non-toxic, non-carcinogenic, universal base rust-converting paint primer. Now, in our quest to maintain our product superiority and to meet the environmental needs of the 21st century, our research and development department worked and developed another unique product, Rust Knockout. Rust Knockout can be used on any type of metal, rusted or new. It adheres to and is fully compatible with any top coat. When used properly, it fully prevents rusting for a minimum of 5 years, guaranteed. No other product out there can say that. The way it works is that it takes the aggressive nature of rust and chemically changes it. It reacts with the chemical processes of the actual eroding material and alters it, making it inert. It triggers a chemical reaction between the rust, the metal, and the oxygen, much like the way rust was formed in the first place. This process is then reversed chemically, causing the active rust to be converted to a passive state. This process has been proven by X-ray diffraction techniques, which certify that there is no rust under Rust Knockout. This process has been extensively tested, proven, and documented by numerous independent testing facilities, the largest one being the United States Testing Company, which of course is among the largest of the independent testing labs with worldwide testing facilities. Rust Destroyer has been approved by the Korean Registry of Shipping for use since 1986. As a matter of fact, over 130 ocean-going ships of different registries have used and are currently using Rust Destroyer and Rust Knockout. The Long Island Lighting Company, or LILCO, has listed us among their approved vendors. After extensive testing, so too has Con Edison and Public Service Electric and Gas. better known as PSE&G. The New York City Transit Authority is so impressed with our products that on their bid specifications, they specify Rust Destroyer, not as an equal, but as a must-be-only specification. Rust Knockout is becoming an integral part of protecting and maintaining bridges, pipelines, storage tanks, shipping containers, power generation stations, cargo ships or cranes in any industrial, institutional, and commercial environment. Rust Knockout not only works far better than any other rust inhibitor on the market, it's much easier to use. It works best when painted directly over the rust. If you read the instructions on other rust converters, they'll include the following. Test small area to ensure compatibility. With Rust Knockout, you'll never have to test because it works with any top coat. I said any top coat on the market today. Now you might find that hard to believe, but that's all we do here is test our product's compatibility with hundreds of others on the market. We've never experienced a problem, and that's why we can give you the best guarantee in the business. Most primers require 24 hours curing time before you top coat. Rust Knockout needs a maximum of only 6 hours. Rust Knockout is self-etching and has superior adhesion to all surfaces, including steel, core tan steel, aluminum, tin, zinc galvanized metal, and cast iron. No other rust preventive product adheres to welded joints without cleaning except Rust Knockout. As far as applying, Rust Knockout is without question the easiest. You can roll it, brush it, or spray it using all spray systems available today. Most specifications require extensive sandblasting, which is both expensive and environmentally undesirable. This is not the case with Rust Knockout. In our continuous search to minimize labor cost, with our products there is no sandblasting, and you don't have to scrape to bare metal. Just remove the loose flakes, then paint right over the rusted surfaces, making sure they are firm and paintable. After priming with Rust Knockout, wait 6 hours and apply the finished coat suitable for your environment.
See this bridge? It used to take us a year to paint. You see, the business of painting bridges comes with lots of specifications. All these specifications have one thing in common. That is, you've got to clean to near bare metal. Can you imagine wire brushing, sandblasting, and 3-coating that? Since we've been using Rust Knockout, it's just scrape off any loose particles, apply Rust Knockout, and my buddies follow us with a finished coat about 6 hours later. In fact, with this savings of labor, the product ends up costing me nothing, and I actually profit an additional $40 for every gallon I use.
Today, all water-based rust-converting products on the market contain acids or other aromatic chelating agents. They're all on the strong acetic side, making them hazardous. Due to these acids, there are many user restrictions. Rust Knockout is the only product of its kind that does not contain any of the above products, making it completely non-hazardous. Its pH is completely neutral, making it safe. Additionally, with all other rust-converting products, when you paint over the rust, it turns black. You must then apply a primer and then apply the top coat. With Rust Knockout, you don't have to do all these things. You see, it already is a rust converter and paint primer in one. You apply Rust Knockout directly over the rust, or even clean metal for that matter, as long as the surface is firm and paintable. And then just top coat it. Thus, there are only 2 steps instead of 3. You save the entire separate converting process, both the labor and the cost of the additional product, because Rust Knockout combines the converter and primer into one step. For years, the U.S. Navy has been fighting, disposing of intruders and undesirables. And yet, did you know that the Navy, even in peace times, has an ongoing war with silent invaders? The Department of the Navy, Commander Military Sealift Command, has approved Rust Destroyer. I mean, you want to give a rust inhibitor a test, give it to the Navy. Send it out into the ocean's crashing waves, salt, sun, fog, and some more crashing waves. Every day of its life, it lives on the extreme. It not only survived, it excelled so well that when used properly, Advanced Protective Products guaranteed their products for 5 years under these conditions. Rust Knockout is being used extensively by any and all industrial applications. Boats, chemical plants, railroads, tankers, steel structures, harbor installations, and small jobs, such as a child's playground, snowplows, even your own personal automobile. By putting our product on your shelves, you immediately reduce unnecessary inventory, increase shelf space, and avoid the embarrassment when customers make costly mistakes by using incompatible products. It is safe to use, non-flammable, non-hazardous, non-toxic, approved by both the United States Department of Agriculture and Food and Drug Administration. Additionally, it has an insignificant volatile organic content. Rust Knockout has created new standards of excellence unique in its scientific achievement in the fields of corrosion treatment and metal protection. This is a product with a future. It deserves a place in your inventory because it has such diverse applications. Advanced Protective Products developed Rust Knockout to extend the life of metal. For all your uses, Rust Knockout is our most evolutionary process in metal care.